Hello, this is your daily briefing and you are most welcome to it. I can only report that there is virtually nothing of any salient use to mankind in this report. So just give us a thumbs down and clear off and spare us all. I joke. Severe centre-back Jules Koundé, if that's pronounced correctly, is one transfer rumour that I've touched on here with more kind of with a sense of disdain rather than any kind of, oh yeah, he'd be good, because I just fundamentally couldn't see it working. Expensive player, happy where he is, and would probably want Champions League football, and we can't solve any of those problems for him. Yep, Daniel Levy is capable of digging out the wrong end in excess of £1 million a month for a vanity project such as Gareth Bale, capable of sinking £1 billion plus into capital assets, but actually going out and getting a senior figure that would give us a sense of stability and substance and all those other good things. Not a chance. And Estadio Deportivo, who strangely, curiously enough, are not a site that I use particularly often, but they have come up trumps in a number of transfer windows and just come up with very definitive views on stuff, and it's quite unlike a lot of the sort of Spanish and Italian and those kind of European journalists. They tend to be a little bit sort of careful in the way they speak. But the Estadio Deportivo do have this habit for kind of coming out swinging and saying no, or this is definitely happening, and they're saying that discussions haven't taken place, and they're referring to all the transfer rumours about this player as if having effectively been a lie. And there's a good few that aren't going to come out of this very well. Di Marzio is one. He occasionally gets his fingers burnt, as I've said to you, and there'll be egg on faces. They're saying that they've spoken to somebody at the club, which I fully can understand, can believe. And the magic number 65 million, and we've been fed this thing that Tottenham have gone in with 35 million plus, I don't know, a bag of old sweets they found down the back of the sofa. We'll see what happens, but this guy's very expensive. We have to sell to buy, and who have we sold? Juan Foyth, 15 million. That got lost in the mix, paying off Mourinho. Some really mediocre stuff. You see, I'll give you the good stuff first, so we know we're on our way out of here. Alex Clarke for TalkSport. There has been no approach from Spurs to Southampton for the signature of Danny Ings. This Danny Ings thing is tedious beyond all measure. 28 years of age, humming and hawing. He is the white Winifred Zaha. It's like I think some of these characters, their agents just use us in order to bump up their money occasionally when they're renewing their deals. But what's really funny about this is because this rang a bell with me, and we've got Terry at and then a load of numbers replying to Alex Clarke. Says the guy who said Conte to Spurs was done and Højbjerg was going to Everton. And I remember that bit, and he got that wrong. But we all get things wrong, but if you're going to stick your beak out there, Ledley King. Ledley King, as you know, has gone back to his old role as an ambassadorial one, and is now wandering around a vegetable garden with some millennial child man boy from Sky Sports discussing climate change, and hit us with the news that because those vegetables grown there are very near the players' restaurant, that cuts down on the club's carbon footprint. No comment. I haven't got anything else to say. I'm sure it's all going to save our future generations, this sort of thing. The Athletic are back. Harry Winks will find out if he has a role under new Tottenham manager Nuno Espirito Santo this week. That comes from the Athletic. Fascinating stuff from them. And this is spin, absolute spin, again from the Athletic. Jack Clarke has decided he wants to stay at Tottenham and fight for a place in the squad. Despite interest from a number of clubs, I don't think there's been any interest from anybody. I think Jack Clarke made I don't think Jack Clarke is a bad kid. Okay, let's get that out. But I think that his snatching, not him personally, but the snatching of the money, being sold to Tottenham, was a colossal mistake. And he should have proved himself somewhere first. And don't give me that he did at Leeds, because he most certainly did not. Jack Clarke, there were a lot of Jack Clarkes on the books at Leeds at that time. And as we've seen in this transfer window, if you have a look on the Sky Sports exit page of clubs, Leeds have got rid of about a dozen or so Jack Clarkes. So, stay and fight. I wish him well. He could do with being somewhere else, and he could really do with not having whatever that price tag is over his head of 10 million quid, because he ain't really worth it yet. Another one from the Athletic. This is Charlie Eccleshare, and the tone is always different with Charlie, because Charlie, I actually think, is an aspiring journalist. He's not a reporter trying to generate the hits and going down the soiled route that so many others have. And just says straightforwardly, Spurs also hope to shift some of their existing defenders, Serge Aurier and Davinson Sanchez, are both available. And Toby Alderweireld hoping to leave this summer. I know that's dull, but that's the pick of the bunch, because that's somebody passing on in good faith information based upon insight and having weighed up the whole thing. And it's not exciting, but that's actually, saved you clicking. This guy's not talking in tongues. And last up is Frank Kessie, and that was a name that was mentioned again. There were people doing the old you've heard nothing. AC Milan's technical director Paolo Maldini has ended Tottenham's reported hopes of signing Kessie with comments to DAZN, and they're that massive broadcaster that might well be arriving on these shores in the UK come maybe next 2 or 3 years. Kessie will stay as he's part of our future. We're working to extend his contract. So there you have it, folks. A bit of a short one from me today, but all I can tell you is that there genuinely isn't very much out there. So if you do see any block capitals, overuse of the word exclusive, exclamation marks, etc., you might be being fibbed to. Hopefully we get some animation in the news courtesy of the friendlies. I'm not sure if there's one tonight or tomorrow. Same players. But we could do with some really good news, and I don't mean anything seismic, but just that maybe we have got rid of Winks, or we have found a new home for Sanchez, because it would be more money in the pot, and then we could take a little bit more seriously some of these rumours about players coming in, and we definitely need the churn. I don't buy it. I wish Nuno the absolute best, but I don't see that he's got a pocket full of fairy dust and he's going to sprinkle it all over people like Dele Alli and Eric Dyer and make Hotspur Way a better place. Just don't see it. Sorry, it's just based on experience. Right, that's your lot for today. As I say, unless aliens land or something equally bizarre, but good luck and keep it Tottenham.